Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. This is our Season 2 FIFA 21 roundup. So we do a roundup at the end of the season to decide. We'll have a look at the teams, don't we really? We had a look how we performed in the league, the FA Cup, the Premier League, the Champions League, leagues around the world, everything. We have a look at teams, how players have performed, and then at the end of the little roundup, when we have a look at how players have performed, we do a little award ceremony and we hand out some awards like Goal of the Season, Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, things like that. So we're going to start by looking at the Premier League. So you can see here that in the Premier League we came top, of course. If you watched the episode, if you missed it, please go back and watch it. A 3-3 draw in Manchester United against Manchester United on the last day of the season, and that gave us the Premier League title, didn't it, by 1 point, which was very, very lucky, really. 125 goals we scored, 49 we conceded. So defensively we need to improve, but offensively we are light years ahead of any other team in the league. Liverpool and Spurs also got Champions League. Chelsea down in 5th. That's a disappointment for Frank Lampard's side. The same for Carlo Ancelotti's Everton in 6th, and Mikel Arteta's Arsenal in 7th. And we've got West Ham, Villa, Leicester make up the top 10. Then below that we've got Newcastle, Fulham, Watford, Leeds, Burnley, Southampton. I mean, look at this. Wolverhampton Wanderers in 17th. I don't know what's happened to them. They won only 8 games and drew 8 games and lost 22. I mean, they conceded 63 goals. I don't know what has happened at Wolves. Maybe they've, lost a lot of their players. Not quite sure. And the newly promoted sides, West Brom, Fulham, West Brom, Preston, Stoke, all got relegated. So the sides you expected to go down, really. The newly promoted sides. We'll find out who's coming up very shortly. Liverpool won the FA Cup, a 3-0 win over Arsenal. They beat Manchester United on the way. Arsenal beat Fulham. Who else did they beat? They beat Spurs in the way as well. Pretty good running. Of course, we lost to Spurs 4-3. So they beat the side that beat us. Liverpool FA Cup winners, so we will be playing Liverpool in the Charity Shield next season, start next season. However, in the Carabao Cup, Liverpool got to the final again. Wolves was beaten by Burnley 3-0. Liverpool won, Arsenal won, so Liverpool went through an aggregate. And Liverpool were beaten by Burnley, so Burnley win the Carabao Cup, and that is incredible. Great work by Sean Dyche. She's won a trophy, a major trophy at Burnley. A 2-1 win over Liverpool in the final there in the Carabao Cup. The Champions League, of course, we were the winners of the Champions League. We beat... Oh no, this is the Invitational Cup, of course. The Invitational Cup in Australia, we won that. Not too interested in that pre-season tournament. The UEFA Super Cup was won by Juventus, a 2-1 win over Leverkusen. Of course, Juventus won the Champions League last year. We did win the Champions League, here we are. We won 1-0 against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. We beat Real Madrid, we beat Bayern Munich, and we beat Barcelona on the way. Which is, shows how good we were. And you can see in our group, we finished top of the group as well. There, with Dortmund, Shakhtar and Lokomotiv Moscow in a 1-0 win over Paris Saint-Germain in the final. And it was that man, Raheem Sterling, who scored the goal. Sterling, probably one of our most important players this season. Been absolutely incredible for us. He just keeps getting better and better, doesn't he, Raheem Sterling? And for the Europa League, it was Villarreal that won the Europa League. Unai Emery is pretty much the best man in charge, a manager, if you want to win the Europa League, unless he's at Arsenal, because they bottled it against Chelsea, didn't they, however. But every other side I think he's been at, Sevilla when they've been in the Europa League, and Villarreal. He's won the Europa League again, 3-2 over Roma in the final. And that is the World Cup that's not started yet, so that's back to there. As for top goal scorers, Erling Haaland was top goal scorer in the Premier League, as we know, 39 goals in 28 matches, absolutely incredible. And he makes up Mane, Fernandes, Kane and Martinelli the top 5. De Bruyne and Sterling just outside there with 16 and 15 goals each. And I mean, Bruno Fernandes getting 23 goals from midfield. That is incredible. Top in assists is De Bruyne with 18 and Sterling with 18. You'd say Sterling was better because he got more assists in less games. Grealish also got 14. Kai Havertz showing up for Chelsea now. He's got 13. Cancelo got 11 for us from fullback, so it shows how good he has been. Harry Kane got 11 as well from centre forward. Alisson got top in clean sheets with 16. And the yellow and red cards there as well for the Premier League. The FA Cup, we're not quite interested in that. Carabao Cup as well. Although we'll see if any of our players actually got into the goal scoring in the Carabao Cup. They didn't. Did they in the FA Cup? No, so none of our players were anywhere near the top scorers, which doesn't surprise me. In the UEFA Champions League, so Sebastian Haller, 14 goals in 10 games for Inter Milan. Surprised he didn't go further with a player who's scoring goals. Our top scorer was Haaland with 5 in 5. It's just incredible, Haaland. And top in assists was De Bruyne with 6 in 7. And Phil Foden's in there. He's got 5 assists in 9 games. In the Europa League, top scorer was João Pedro of Roma, a player that's signed, I think, from Watford. So that's a pretty interesting signing. Unal also got 9 goals. A couple of players in there that seemed quite good. And top in assists was Cucurella, the player for Getafe. He used to play for Barcelona's youth team. I think he got 6 assists and 16. A couple of players in there. Ricardo Pereira as well, 5 and 18. So if you have a look at the other major leagues around the world, the first one is the Championship, which is the one below us, of course, and Brighton, Crystal Palace. They're the 2 sides automatically promoted, so 2 ex-Premier League sides coming back into the Premier League. Then Sheffield, Derby County, Sheffield Wednesday and Bristol City are the 4 battling it out to come up with them, so that'll be interesting to see who comes up there. In Ligue 1, PSG of course won the league as they always do. AS Monaco came second, so they're back to have the quality they used to be at AS Monaco. They finished quite low down the league in recent times. Olympique Lyon was 3rd and Marseille was 4th. In the German Bundesliga, very big surprise here. Borussia Dortmund without Erling Haaland have won the Bundesliga with 89 points. Leipzig second, Nagelsmann's ex-side of course, our manager, in second place with 80 points. Leverkusen 3rd, Bayern Munich all the way down in 4th place, which is a massive surprise for them. Borussia Mönchengladbach down in 7 as well, so a very big change. And you know, in the leader in the Bundesliga, the person who's running it at the moment, it's Dortmund who are top, and they're the winners at the moment, and that's a surprise. Power shift really in the Bundesliga. Serie A, Juventus win the Serie A once again. Napoli second. Inter Milan down in 4th. AC Milan pipped them to 3rd by quite a big difference. You see a big difference in points there. Roma in 5th and Atalanta in 6th. The Dutch league was won by Ajax, 87 points. PSV second. AZ Alkmaar in 3rd and Feyenoord in 4th would make the top 4 in Holland. In Portugal, Sporting Lisbon had an incredible season. They won the Liga NOS with 90 points, and we've got a few players out there at Sporting Lisbon. If you remember, at the start of the season before last, we had an agreement with Sporting Lisbon where we had a partnership with them where we could loan players, any players they were interested in, we would loan to them. We could also sign players and loan them straight to Sporting Lisbon to get game time. We also have first refusal on their players. We currently have Pedro Porro out on loan at Sporting Lisbon. At the start of the season, we wanted to sell him, but he had a 2-year loan at Sporting Lisbon, so we let him play. And he has had an incredible season for Sporting Lisbon. There's a few players who've really performed in that season for Sporting Lisbon that we have first refusal on, as we have that agreement with Sporting Lisbon. And maybe at the start of next season, they need to be players we're looking at to sign for this club. And Braga come in second, Benfica in 3rd, Porto down in 4th, so they've had a poor season at Porto. The Scottish Premiership is won by Celtic, and in second place is Rangers. No surprises there. In La Liga, Barcelona back on top. So Lionel Messi was convinced to stay at Barcelona, and it looked like he's taken the right decision because Barcelona are back on top now, winning La Liga. Atletico Madrid in second, Real Madrid in 3rd, Villarreal, who won the Europa League, in 4th. They've had a great season. Sevilla in 5th, Betis in 6th, and let's see at the bottom of the table, Celta down in 16th. That's not good to see. Oviedo did get promoted, but they were relegated also. Not a good start for Oviedo in the Liga, is it? Back down into the Smart Bank. Finally, the MLS, Atlanta United are currently top. Of course, we've not played all the games yet in the MLS. And New York City, our side, are in second. So it's time to look at our squad and who made the most appearances, who got the most goals, assists, clean sheets this season. We'll go through all the players and have a look at how they performed. So the first one, we'll go in appearance order, who made the most appearances for the club this season. And that was, of course, the goalkeeper Ederson. I think he will be the most capped player every season in this team because he's the goalkeeper. So Ederson made 52 appearances last season. He got no goals. He got 2 assists, the goalkeeper, which is incredible for a goalkeeper. One came in the UEFA Champions League, one came in the Invitational Cup. And he got 19 clean sheets. So the clean sheets maybe he could do a bit better, but dependent on the defence in front of him, is it, as well? And he got a 6.6 rating overall average this season, which is not fantastic. It's just an average season for Ederson, but 2 assists is a surprise. Kyle Walker now at centre-back. He's not converted to a centre-back yet. We're still waiting for that to happen. He made 43 appearances this season, so he's our second most used player, our most used outfield player. He got no goals, 1 assist and 11 clean sheets. And he got an average of 6.6, so like Ederson, just an average season for Kyle Walker. Kevin De Bruyne, 42 appearances this season, 20 goals from midfield and 25 assists. That is some return from Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, that's 45 goal contributions there. Well, yeah, goal contributions there, 45 in 42 games. That's over the amount of games he's played. He's got 15 clean sheets, it doesn't matter for him. And you see that he's got an 8.4 rating. That is a really good rate. I mean, that means he's performing every game of the season. Incredible by Kevin De Bruyne. We've got Raheem Sterling, who's played 37 games this season, and like Kevin De Bruyne, he's had an absolute amazing season. He's got 21 goals and 23 assists. That is amazing. Again, that's 44 in 37. He's got a 7.5, so it's above average. He's had a decent season. And I mean, numbers like that don't lie. But we've got a top player in Raheem Sterling. I mean, De Bruyne is 30. I mean, he's still got ages left. He's 92 rated. And Sterling's only 27 years old. Incredible. Aymeric Laporte, 36 games. 5 goals, no assists. 12 clean sheets. He's got a 6.9. So again, just above average season for Aymeric Laporte. 90 rated now at 28. Ruben Diaz is only 25. He's 86 rated. I've no doubt he's going to reach 90 at some point. Surely the centre-back. He's been really good. He's got 6.8. It's the same as Laporte, just an average season. He's got 10 clean sheets, no goals, no assists, and he's probably got our best defensive record, hasn't he? Along with Aymeric Laporte. João Cancelo played 36 times. He got 12 assists in that time, so what a season the wing-back had. 2 goals as well, 12 clean sheets, and he got a 6.4 rating overall. He's also grown by 1. He's 28 years old now, the same as Aymeric Laporte, and he's grown to 87 rated. Erling Haaland, who has been the standout player, along with Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling, probably this season, 21 years of age. He's only 21. That is insane. He's 21 years old. He's grown by 2. He was 86 when we signed him. He's 88 now. He's probably going to reach 85, I think. He's played 36 games, and in that time, he's got 44 goals and 9 assists. 44 goals and 9 assists. He got an 8.10 this season with Kevin De Bruyne. He is standout for being just good pretty much every single game, Erling Haaland, but 44 goals in 36 games. Well, when we get into the award ceremony, we'll pull up a few stats on him in comparison to the likes of Sergio Aguero, and you'll see that Erling Haaland is performing at the top level. Ismail Bennacer played 35 games, so he's probably our most, he was our most used midfielder other than Kevin De Bruyne because of that injury to Zakaria, 2 injuries. He got a 7.3, so above average season, and he got 4 goals and 4 assists in those 35 games, and Bennacer had a really good season. 24 years old, and hopefully he can continue to develop, maybe become a bit better, but I'm not so sure. I think that is his potential that he's reached already at 24, so surely with his dynamic potential on FIFA 21, he can reach further. Nicolas Tagliafico, left back, left wing back now. He's 29 years old, he's 84 rated, he's probably one of the best left backs in the world. He's got a 6.9 rating, so again an average season, 34 appearances, 2 goals and 4 assists, very good season for Tagliafico. Probably our starting left back now ahead of Benjamin Mendy. He tends to play the more important games, doesn't he, when he's fit. Bernardo Silva, he's had a bit of a hit and miss season, Bernardo Silva. It's hard to decide whether he stays, whether he goes. He's 27 years old only. He's 90 rated, which shows that he should be starting more games, and maybe next season he will. He was great assist-wise the season before. He's dropped off a lot this season, but a few players have. Played 33 games, 8 goals, 13 assists. 7.4 rating, I don't think he's been that bad. I think he's just been quiet this season. Hopefully next season we can get him involved more in the team, because the formation we've used, he hasn't been involved that much, and maybe we do need to get a player involved that's 90 rated. I know sometimes he's not been great. He's given the ball away a few times in games where we've noticed it and he's cost us, but he's a 90 rated player, isn't he? He's still really good. Benjamin Mendy, 32 games for us this season, so with less games than Nicolas Tagliafico, only by 1, so they shared the left back position pretty much, didn't they? Equally. Mendy got a 6.6 rating average overall, so not that good of a season. He is 84 rated at 27 years old. He got no goals, but he did get 9 assists, so he's outdone Tagliafico there. And he played decently, didn't he, as a left wing back? I think he set off the season really well, and he just started to get worse and worse as the season progressed, unfortunately. Phil Foden managed to get 32 games this season, so really good for him. Again, an average season, 6.9 rating. He got 4 goals and 14 assists, so that's a really good season. 14 assists and 4 goals. Foden had a really good season again, and 6.9 rating, an average season. Rodri played at centre-back this season, 2 goals and 1 assist in 31 games, 12 clean sheets. We're thinking of moving him back to midfield. I mean, he's 25 years old, 88 rated. He might even grow higher if you move him back to midfield, and that's probably a good idea to move him back to midfield because of the problems with Dennis Zakaria at the moment, injury issues. Nathan Ake played 30 games, 1 goal, 1 assist in those 30 games, 7 clean sheets. Decent appearances for Ake. I've always been impressed when he's played, and There's nothing much to say about him. He's just a solid player. He's 83 rated now, 27 years old. Counts as a homegrown player. Always impressed. Ferran Torres only managed to get 30 games this season. He got injured a bit, but he's got 11 goals and 11 assists in those 30 games, so that's pretty good to me, and he's got a 7.2 rating. Jack Grealish in his debut season, he's only made 30 appearances, which is surprising, really, considering how much the other players played. He did go through, times where he was tired a lot. But he got 9 goals and 16 assists. What a season in his first season for the club. And he's only 83 rated, but he plays like an 87, 88 rated player. He really does. He's to me close to Kevin De Bruyne. He's only 26, and I'm hoping that he can grow and progress in rating wise. Dayot Upamecano, no goals, no assists, but 29 appearances this season. Didn't play that much in his debut season for the club, but he's grown to 83, grown by 2, and he's only 23 years old. And he's a centre-back that is there for the future, isn't he, Dayot Upamecano? And no doubt he will be the star in our defence for years to come. Danny Sakari, who's currently injured, 25 years old. He's had a bit of a hit and miss. You see his average rating. I mean, hit and miss season. He's had average rating is 7.6, so he's above average. He's actually decreased. He was 85 rated. He's decreased to 84, which is a worry. But he played 28 games this season. He's had 2 3-month injuries, which is a problem. But he's got 5 assists and 4 goals, and I think he's been really good this season. I think he has been really good when he's played. He takes some time to come back after that injury, but he needs more time, doesn't he? Chimi Avila played 27 games, so the same as Gabriel Jesus, and he actually got 13 goals and 4 assists. So at the moment, Avila is outdoing Gabriel Jesus, but one is 82 rated and 28 years old, one is 25 years old and 88 rated. Do you know what I mean? 82 rated, 88 rated. You know which one we'd rather keep. I think Avila's time at the club is up. He's had a good season, a very good season, 13 goals for the club. I think it's time we move him on now, and he gets first team football at another club, because we've got youngsters coming through at striker that we need to give game time to. Gabriel Jesus, what he said there, 27 games, 13 goals, 6 assists, a massive drop-off from last season, but he has been injured for a lot of it. He's been in poor form, but he's still grown by 2 to 88. Next season is the year for him that he either turns up or he leaves, because Erling Haaland is just too incredible to drop Erling Haaland for Gabriel Jesus. And Jesus wants to play first team football, so he needs to improve. Jaden Braft got 26 games under his belt, 19 years old. He's grown to 79 rated by 4. He's grown 11 goals and 9 assists. What a season by this young man, who needs to be a first team player next season. Mahrez, again, like Jesus, got injured a lot in the season. He's 31 now, Mahrez. He's got 7 goals and 1 assist. He played quite a pivotal part towards the end of the season, playing important games. But Mahrez's time, like Avila, I think we've just got too many players in his position. It's probably time that we let Mahrez move on. He's 85 rated, still at 31. He can go and play first team football at a club and still be really impressive, the Algerian. Issa Kabore at right wing back, a player that we sort of just played right wing back because we play Walker centre back and we need someone to back up Cancelo. He's got 4 assists and 1 goal in 19 games, but he's not really that good, is he? Let's be honest. I think that we need to be looking at another right wing back to bring in to be the backup to Cancelo. And I have spoke about previously the performances of Sporting Lisbon and Pedro Porro absolutely lighting it up in the Portuguese league last season, and he could be the man to take over, because I think he's grown to 79 rated. We will see that soon. Kang In Lee, he has grown to 78 rated. We brought him in as sort of, we had to fulfill the quota of Korea, and we will look at our quota of what we had to do this season. And 18 appearances, 2 goals, 0 assists. I think he's one for the future, I really do. Maybe a loan is needed for him, but that Newcastle game where he came on at the end of the season, he came on and absolutely run that game. He was picking passes, he was playing balls in behind, he was incredible, and he was probably the best player on the pitch, and he changed the game completely over the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling, Jesus, Haaland. So I think that Kang In Lee is going to play a pivotal part next season at times. Ajaria came in January as well. He managed to play 12 games. He got 4 goals and 3 assists in 12 games, Ajaria. I know he's 24 years old, he's 78 rated. We're trying to train to centre mid. He's probably not ever going to be a world beater, but to me he's a bit like a Fabian Delph. He's there when you need him, he's consistent. You see he's got a 7.6 rating, he's got a 9.4 average rating in the one game he played in the FA Cup. And Obi Ajaria impressed us when he played against us, and that's why he's at the club. Tommy Doyle got 11 appearances, 1 goal and 1 assist. Maybe should go on loan next season, Doyle, but I have big hopes for Tommy Doyle playing at this club. Jack Steffen only played 9 games, got 2 clean sheets. I think he's disappointed with his game time, Steffen, and maybe he moves on because he wants more game time. I think he's too good to be a second choice keeper, unfortunately, the American. Liam Delap, 7 games, 6 goals and 1 assist. So that shows how good Liam Delap is. He's got to be our third choice striker next season. He's got to take over from Avila because we've got to give him a chance. Duran's made 5 appearances this season. Cole Palmer did also. Bobby Gibbons, one of the breakthrough players this season. 17 years old. He will be going out on loan next season. He's already agreed on the loan, but 5 appearances. Taylor Howard-Bellis, it says he made 4 appearances for us before going out on loan to Bournemouth. He's grown by 3 at Bournemouth, so impressive season for him. Carter Atkins made 2 appearances this season. Jude Mercer 1, Angelino 1. Angelino, a player that just, he's not going to fit in this side, unfortunately for him. I know we said we might bring in the left back, Mendy's over, but he's just not going to fit, unfortunately. Tavares, no appearances. Miguel Santos, but they've still grown. They've been playing in the youth team. The same with Thomas Ramos, he's grown by 3. Ezra Sharp by 2. Asvedo, the goalkeeper, will be going out on loan. So all these players looking to loan out or get more game time in the youth team. Mason Rogers grown by 2. Armstrong by 2. Bernabe by 3. Scott Carson's gone down by 6. He's still our 3rd choice keeper, but we're happy to let him go. Now, this is only going to give us the stats of the players, how many games, goals, appearances they've played for this club, sort of thing. So when it says they've not played for the club, obviously they have played for the club they've loaned at. And this is a big one. James McAtee left the club 64 rated at the start of the season, and he's played a lot of games. Leganes, we'll have a look at them in the award ceremony. He's grown by 12. So we've got a 76 rated 19-year-old James McAtee on our hands. What an incredible signing. What an incredible youth player he is, I mean. We've got Ben Knight, who's grown also by 12. He's got a 2-year loan at Utrecht, so he will be there next season. He's grown by 12, so he's got a 75 rating at 19. Pedro Porro is 75 rated, sorry. Pedro Porro is 79 rated. He's grown by 3. A right wing back. He fits our team. He's been incredible for them. Got assists. He's got goals from right wing back. 22 years old. He's going to have to play next season for us. He's been that good. Diego Rosa, on loan in America, he's grown by 10, so I think he will return at the end of the season, and then we could possibly loan him out again. Grown by 10 though. That is some season for the young Brazilian midfielder. Morgan Rogers has grown by 10. He's a 79 rated left winger. He's, you know, as highly rated as Jaden Braff now. And Braff's been incredible, so how good is this man going to be? He needs to go out on loan maybe again, or maybe we give him a chance next season. Probably a good idea. And then Ante Palversa, 22 years old. He's 76 rated. He's lower rated than the rest for his age. But he's got a 2-year loan there. I think he could become back an 80 rated player at 23. Maybe he gets in that first team. I don't know. But that's the whole squad for this season. So we've seen how they've done. Contract is something we need to look at, but we won't look at them in this episode. We will review them at the start of next season. But now it's time to get straight into our award ceremony. Just before I forget, this is the board expectation of this season. Objectives were to finish with a profit margin of 292.5 million. We've done that 100%. It's not ticked it off. We've got to win the Champions League and win the Premier League, and we've done all of them. So youth development, we had no objectives at all. We need to get a streak of 5 clean sheets in away matches this season. We only managed to get 3. That's a disappointment. Expand the club in Asia, and we did that by signing Kangin Lee. So we've extended the club's reach in Asia, which is good for the global brand. We had to win the Champions League. That was our continental success. We did it. They wanted us to win the FA Cup, which we didn't, but we won the Premier League. Obviously, we've done the financial thing as well, so we've completed pretty much all our objectives this season on Julian Nagelsmann. And I think the board, Ralph Ragnick, are very happy with the performances of Nagelsmann this season. Hello and welcome to our end of season awards, where we give awards to the players who perform best throughout the season and give them some sort of recognition in this last episode for how they've performed throughout the season. Who's got the best goals, who's got the best assists, who's the best player overall, who's our best young player, who's our best player on loan, and who scored the goal of the season. All coming up in today's award. So the first award is for the development of the season. The player who developed the best while playing for the team. The player who came through and broke through into the first team and grew the most in overall. So let's find out our winner of development of the year. And here we have it, Jaden Braff, the winner of Development of the Year, player who's broke into the first team this season, and now he's probably considered a first team player who has to be playing most games, maybe even a starter in the near future. Jaden Braff, the young Netherlands international, he did manage to get into the national side as well, called up for the national side. He did a great season, goals and assists, and some important goals as well. The one against Bayern Munich, or the 2 against Bayern Munich, were absolutely vital to winning the Champions League, so congratulations to Jaden Braff. Now on to our lone star of the season, our player who performed the best or was most impressive while out on loan, and a player that has got plenty of assists, plenty of goals while playing out on loan this season, a player that looks like they will be coming back next season and playing some first team football. And the winner is Pedro Porro, the young Spanish fullback playing at right wing back for Sporting Lisbon this season. He's managed to pick up 8 assists and 2 goals, which is really good for a right back. And he's only 22, 23 years of age and has to be our second choice right back next season behind João Cancelo after such impressive performances. Next award is Goal of the Season. and this award wouldn't be fit without showing the goal itself. The goal might not necessarily be the best goal we scored. We all remember, don't we, the Erling Haaland goal that he scored, that absolute cracker. But it isn't going to be the Haaland goal. It's the most important goal of the season, more like, rather than the goal of the season. And the winner is... this one in. Oh, Sterling's got the header on the net. Sterling! Raheem Sterling scores in the final. 1-0 we lead Paris Saint-Germain. That's right, Raheem Sterling, he scored the most important goal of our season, winning us the Champions League. Congratulations, what a season Raheem Sterling had for us this year. Next we go on to the two main awards, the two biggest awards, Young Player of the Season and Player of the Season. And we had to split these awards up and give Young Player of the Season to someone who's under 21 and then Player of the Season to someone who's over 21, just because both these players probably are our Player of the Season. The Young Player of the Season deserved to win the Player of the Season award as well. They were both absolutely unbelievable, our two best players. So Young Player of the Season award, who scored more goals than games he played, it is Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, what a signing for the club, 150 million, the best sign the club has ever made, the perfect Sergio Aguero replacement, and I can only imagine what sort of damage he could do next season in the Premier League and in the Champions League. And finally, for Player of the Season, and this award couldn't go to anyone else, it was so split between him and Haaland, that's why I decided to give Haaland the Young Player of the Season award. It's a man who is the captain of the club, a man who's led the club to the Champions League trophy, led us to the Premier League trophy. It is, of course, the Belgian Kevin De Bruyne. And that's going to end today's award ceremony and today's episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you thought those players were fitting of the awards that they won this season. I think they all deserved it and they were the right picks for each award. Please, as usual, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Season 3 will be coming very soon and we'll see you next time.